Blessings to all. Trust and will that you guys are having a good day out there, doing your thing and handling your business and being a productive citizen of wherever you are. My name is Lord Supreme Wise Mind Allah. However, I keep it short and simple, so I go by Lord Supreme. So, what I wanted to do was, I wanted to build on today's degree in the 1 to 40, and I'll touch a little bit on the 1 to 36 too. So, one thing about born is a revelation. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's being revealed. Whether it's revealed or not, it's still being revealed in a way where it could be born dead or born alive. Now, born dead can mean an incomplete thought. Born alive is a thought that was all the way through and you hit your target on what you want to bring into existence and gave birth to it physically. You know, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my best to keep it simple with the words so that way you can follow what I'm saying. So overall, when we're dealing with today's degree in the 1 to 40, in our 120 lessons, for those that don't understand the language of what I'm speaking, we have 120 lessons. You feel what I'm saying? And what we do is we make our 120 lessons relevant to today's day and age so you can see it for yourself and not have to be so confused and bewildered on what certain things mean. So I'm gonna do my best to break it all down for you guys so that way you can have a better understanding of how this goes. Just in case, if any one of you brothers or sisters out there want to get knowledge of self and want to understand the lessons, I'm just giving you my understanding of how I break it down, all right? So, like I said, I'm always tell people this. If you have any questions or concerns, regardless of whom or what, whether this is live, whether this is a regular video, inbox me. You can write it right there, and I'll get right to it. Or like I said before, once again, you can inbox me. Oh yeah, let me break this down for y'all, for those that follow me. For those that follow me, you can follow me on Facebook. All right, my name is Scientific Intelligence. All right, on Instagram, it's Wise Scientist 72. You know, on X, Scientific Intel, or actually is Wise Scientist. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I got a lot of platforms that a lot of brothers might not see me on, because I don't usually let me bring this into existence to a lot of y'all brothers that subscribe to me too. I had stopped doing my videos due to the simple fact that I was dealing with family situations and circumstances, and this was taking up the majority of my time of getting my task completed and done, which is today's math. So I had to fall back from doing a lot of videos because there was a lot of things I had to bring back into recollection to get fixed and done and taken care of. So pardon me. However, I will be getting back into doing my videos. So fret not. So getting back into this, today's degree in the 1 to 40, the born degree, which is the 9th degree in our Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2. All right. So the degree asks, why did the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God brings all this? And it says, to conceal the true and living God. It says to consider the true and living God, which is the Son of Man, and make slaves out of 85% by keeping them worshiping something he knows they cannot see invisible. All right? And he lives and makes himself rich off their labor. The 85% knows that it rains, hails, snows, and also hear thunder above their heads. But they do not try to learn who it is that causes all this to happen by letting the 5% teach them. They believe the 10% on face value. Now, there's a lot of things in that lesson that you can go into. However, I'm gonna do my best to break it down the way where everybody can understand it and you don't have to maybe even ask any questions. You can just see it for yourself. As a matter of fact, apply it to your own life as I'm breaking it down to you. All right, so it says to conceal the true and living God, which is the Son of Man. All right. So One thing that a lot of individuals are not going to tell you, that man is God. All right. Now, I know that's this concept that a lot of people, peace, that a lot of people are not familiar with. However, this is nothing new. This is nothing. This is not nothing new. It's fresh in its own little way, shape, form, and fashion. And the way that we teach it in the current state and form. That man is God on earth. A lot of people don't want to deal with that because they feel that it's comfortable and complacent to just worship something you can't see, which is they say is the God in the sky, the man upstairs. So the true and living God, which is the Son of Man, is the Father of the Son of the Father. You know what I'm saying? Peace. So what I'm talking about is this. It says to conceal the true and living God, which is the Son of Man, and make slaves out of the 85%. Making a slave is making somebody your subject, your experiment. You know what I'm saying? Making somebody a slave is making them work for you and labor for you in a way where they might not see that they're doing it. However, as time goes on, they're gonna have that conditioned and indoctrinated mindset to the point where now they don't even know what the hell's going on, because now they done got stuck on stupid, they got lost in translation, and now they can't understand why they're being slaves of this thing that they're worshiping. You feel what I'm saying? He makes slaves out of the 85%. The 85% are the most gullible and the most vulnerable people to get a hold of. Here's why. Because an 85er is a person who's uncivilized. A person who's uncivilized is a person who does not know. All right? When I say does not know, meaning that this person is not aware of a lot of things that's going on. They're not hip to a lot of things. They're not savvy in a lot of areas of life. So what ends up happening is they can fall victim to any and everything, i.e. worshiping a mystery God. Now, because of the mere fact that they've been taught years, months, days, that God is in the sky and you're supposed to worship him and praise him daily. You know, some people will say the Lord Savior Jesus Christ. Some people will say Allah. Some people will say Yahweh. Whatever way it goes, you look this way. You look up. You don't look within. So what ends up happening is he conceals and he lives and makes himself rich off our labor. Our labor is, in some cases, shape, form, and fashions where if brothers go to church, brothers go to work, take 10%. Now, we all know the truth about the 10%. You know what I'm saying? About the actual 10% in the Bible. It wasn't really 10% of no money. That was some bull crap that people that they spewed out of their mouth to get some profit from people. Hey, deception is an evil game, and everybody and the people that play it, they gotta be good at their craft. So when it comes down to dealing with today's degree, right? It's basically a lot of concealing and not enough revealing. You know, because check this out. When you look at the 1 in 36, it says, why does he still now fear the devil since now he's a big man or grown man, whichever way you got it. So what that means is there's still fear there. And no. A lot of people feel like the fear in the Bible is the same as the fear in life. No, it's not. They say that when you fear the Lord, you gotta respect him and revere him. But why wouldn't it just say that? Because we know what fear is. We know what it ain't. It's the opposite of courage. So when an individual fears something, it's because the understanding wasn't given to him when he was younger. He says, why does he still now fear the devil since now he's a grown man or a big man? What that means is there's a question there. Like, why does he? After all these years, months, and days from boy to male to man, why is he still in fear of the devil? Okay, this is the part where a lot of people are gonna have to pay attention. You know how, and I'm gonna get back to the subject too. You know how, like, for instance, there's certain people that got phobias. right? There's certain people that have, I'm gonna use it like how I used it earlier. A lot of y'all didn't see my videos. If you did see my video, I posted it earlier today about Born. Today's Supreme Mathematics and everything. So go check that out, for yourself. When, let's just say, for instance, right, I'm a lover of tarantulas. The reason why I love tarantulas is because they're so intriguing to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't fear tarantulas. Reason why I don't fear tarantulas or I'm not scared of them, because they don't bother humans. They literally do not bother humans. Now, don't get me wrong. You can provoke a tarantula. However, like their venom, okay. This is where this is where I bring this into existence to you guys. This is where the fear comes in. See, a lot of people feel like, I don't want a tarantula to bite me, but a tarantula's not gonna do nothing. A tarantula literally would not do nothing to you. He would sit there because he uses sensory perception, meaning he used his little hairs on his body to sense and feel out where he's at. So if a person was to present, get that thing away from me. You don't have understanding about tarantulas. That's why you're scared, and which is fine. Now, as time goes on, and you gain the understanding about tarantulas, you're like, oh, for real? Oh, they ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on, people begin to love spiders. That's why you got a lot of people that love tarantulas. Like, oh, wow, that's cool. Because the tarantula I want to get is a Mexican red-knee tarantula. I want to get different type of tarantulas too. However, that's just me. Now, was there a time where people feared spiders? Yes. Because remember how the media pushes it out. The media pushes it out to the point where, like, for instance, they did a movie called Arachnophobia. A fear of spiders, how people fear spiders and how spiders kill them, which in reality, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that spiders ain't deadly. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you got to be careful and learn about spiders. You got to learn about tarantulas. See, there's different types of spiders. However, there's different species of tarantulas too. So getting back to the main point of, concealing and fear, when you conceal certain things and you put people in fear of it, there's no understanding there. People are gonna always forever fear it because they gotta not know what it is. So when it comes down to situations like the whole example I gave with the tarantula and spiders and shit, right? You gotta understand that you gotta learn. You got to relearn. You gotta go to a pet store and look at a tarantula. Like, look at how the people put it on their hand. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing crazy. It's not nothing crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I remember at one point I was like, oh, you gotta get them defanged, and no, that's they're okay. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I learned about tarantulas, and I know that a lot of people are like, damn, why you like tarantulas so much? It just amazed me. I always be sitting up there watching TV about tarantulas and all type of stuff because those are one of my favorite, arachnids. So, like, once you begin to have an understanding that tarantulas they're harmless to humans. That's the part people don't get. They feel like, oh, hell no, if I see a tarantula, I'm gonna kill it. No, why would you want to kill it? You don't know about it, so why are you gonna kill it? It's just like certain things that we don't have knowledge of with certain insects and bugs. We don't. That's why you see people on TikToks and YouTubes and Instagrams, they always got bugs in their hands. They got bugs in their hands because they know about the bug. The bug is just as harmless as you are. Because it's not going to do nothing, especially bugs that don't fuck with human beings. So what I'm saying is this. That fear has to come out. That fear is the pin that was put in your head when you were younger and you didn't get the knowledge of what you were fearing. Get another example. People have what's that? Aquaphobia, scared of water. Because maybe there's see, like, even me, like, I don't want to go in nobody's ocean. I want to jump in nobody's lake, nobody river, no nothing. Why? Because I ain't gonna lie. and I'm being open and honest with you. I had an experience when I was younger as a child. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't doing the knowledge because I wasn't being aware of what was going on around me. One of my cousins was like, don't get near the pool. If you get near the pool, I'm going to throw you in. So me being a young, ignorant young child, I'm over here just bopping with my music, got the headphones. This is when the Sony Walkmans was out, and you know what I'm saying? I'm over here listening to Rob Bass and all that. Pump it up, pump it up. So I'm over here like, all right, cool. Now me knowing that I can't swim or don't know how to swim puts me in a disadvantage for when if he throws me in there, then I'm gonna be flailing all over the place. Now lo and behold, that shit happened. And I was like, I was trying to and I was scared as shit. So as time went on, I never overcame that fear. Now, does that mean I fear water? No, it's not that I fear water. I don't know how to swim in water. Now, does that mean that I can't overcome that fear? No, it doesn't. It don't mean that. It don't mean it because the only limitation that I have is the limitation I put in my mind. So the whole thing is, the Born Again on 140 is talking about concealing who God is, right? And when you conceal it from the people and you keep it in a place where they're not going to look, they're not going to be searching, they're not going to be researching, because they're going to have their grandparents and their other parents telling them who God is, instead of them doing the knowledge for themselves, they're going to end up being in fear of God. Saying, oh, no, I ain't. Nah, it's not it. You feel what I'm saying? It's not it at all. So the thing is, when you fear things when you're a grown man, you got to learn how to overcome that fear with courage. Take the time to learn. Take the time to stop being fearful of things you don't have understanding in. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm even speaking for myself. Like, the worst comes to, what could worse happen? I'm going to take swimming classes. And I'm going to learn how to swim. And then that fear going to be gone. And then next thing you know, I'm jumping in somebody's pool. I'm over here swimming like I'm a madman. People like, God damn, nigga, you act like you ain't never swim before. Trust me. I did. Because I was too fearful of learning how to swim. You feel what I'm saying? So as time went on, and as time will continue to go on, I'm going to learn. I don't give a fuck how old I am. It's never too late to learn. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I just wanted to break that down real quick because, you know, a lot of times when something is not born to us the right way, we just take the idea and be like, nah, fuck it. I should go learn how to swim. Nah, you know what, fuck it. The fuck I'm going to go learn how to swim for? I ain't going to be in nobody's pool. I ain't going to be in nobody's hotel swimming. No. Because you don't want to learn. So now you concealing having a good time. Swimming is a great exercise. However, if you don't want to learn how to swim, you're going to be that same brother, same dude by the pool sitting over there with your hands over there like, yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm going to stay over here. What if your girl want to swim with you? What if she want to race you in swimming and you can't swim? She like, you can't swim? Don't let a woman tell you. Don't let a woman laugh at you when you can't. You know, like, yeah, you can't swim? I didn't even know that. So some women will laugh at you. I ain't going to say all women will. However, I'm just saying like this. Be careful. Because remember, fear drives people to do things to take their mind off of the fear that they have. So instead of them going to learn about God and learn about who God really is, they'll just go to church. They'll just go to church and say, praise God. Hallelujah. And he's right. Won't he will. You know what I'm saying? And all type of other stuff like that. However, that don't denote the fact that you still got to learn who and what is God. And it ain't also through no church. And it ain't through no mosque either. It's through your own